اينشتاين بيقول التعليم مفهوش ملل، حط نفسك مكاني هتفقد الامل. ملينا المدرسه ونظام صب وكب، شرح طول الوقت عمل لنا دروب. يا استاذنا عقلي مش سبونج بوب، يشرب المعلومه وبعديها يكب. هنا في نوسكول طلعنا مضروب، لعب مرح تفاعلات هتعجبك يا بوب.
نوسكول أكاديمي. Simply learn different.
We don't grow when things are easy. We grow up when we face challenges. So good morning, my dear students, and how are you today? I hope everybody's good whenever you are, wherever you are. Now it's time to learn English together with English in mind. Our challenge for today. So today's lesson, we're going to talk about personality. So we are going to have reading, and reading is a great hobby. So today's lesson, we're going to discuss together the personality and how people are different. And also, I'm a writer. So today we are going to have writing lesson as well. So before we start, be a good person, but don't waste time to prove it. So everybody's good, but you don't have to prove it all the time and waste your time. So let's not waste time today and get our tools needed. And you know exactly what I want from you: your pen and pencil, a dictionary, a laptop or a computer if you don't have, and also a notebook to take some notes. And let's go straight away to see our objectives for today's lesson. At the end of this lesson, when it comes to reading lesson, you know all students must be able to define new vocabulary. And of course, today, as I said, we're going to speak about personality. So we are going to discuss the difference between people and personality. Like some people are shy, some people are not, some people are very clever and active, some people are lazy. So we are going to speak about some vocabulary about personality, and of course reading and speaking about personality today. And at the end, we are going to write a description about someone or somebody. Our keywords for today's lesson, to make it easy for us to go through the lesson, is going to be personality, confident, permission, impression, pretend, concentrate, and embarrassed. So ready? Let's get started, everybody, together. Before we start, as always, it's time to watch a video. So I would like you to scan the QR code in front of you, watch this video about personality, and after that, get back to me. I'm here waiting for you. Take care of yourself. Remember, be good, but don't waste time to prove it. So don't waste time watching a lot of videos. Just watch this video and get back to me again, okay? So take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye. Welcome back again, my dear students, one more time. Let me ask you a question after you have seen the video about the personality. How confident are you? Are you feel like confidence about yourself? Do you trust yourself? If I give you a speech to say it in front of people, in public, will you be able to do it, or you feel shy? How do you feel about yourself? So how confident are you? How do you trust yourself? Today, we have a reading paragraph, but today is different because we're going to speak about some different situation, and I'm going to ask you if you are in this situation and this thing happened to you, so how are you going to deal with these circumstances? How are you going to act? Are you feel confident? Are you going to ignore this stuff? Are you going to feel shy? You will not continue? You give excuses? What will happen? We'll see together. So today we have some situations to discuss them together. But before we do that, as always, I would like to give you some new vocabulary in order to make it easy for you to understand me carefully while I'm telling you the situation, and you tell me what exactly you are going to do in this situation. Okay? So let's start and study some new vocabulary together. Number one is presentation. Presentation, it means when you give a presentation, when you make a presentation, it means you stand in front of people in public and you try to teach them something. It's a meeting at which something, especially a new product or idea or even a piece of work, is shown to a group of people. Right now, I'm standing in front of you making my presentation to teach you the English language. So I have a new idea at work. So I asked my manager to start have a meeting with all the employees because I would like to tell you my new ideas. So I have a projector, a board, a presenter, whatsoever I need in order to present my idea. And of course, presentation, it must be in front of people. It must be in public. Okay, so spell. Spell, it's not to spell something to say the letters. What's your name? My name is Mike. How do you spell it? It's M-I-K-E. Okay, but this is spell, S-P-E-L-L. But today's word is spell. It's S-P-I-L-L. To spell something like, for example, as you can see in the picture, I'm in a meeting and I'm drinking my cup of coffee. Unfortunately, I was nervous, so I hit it, so I spilled the coffee all over the table. Okay, so it's especially of liquid to flow over the edge of a container by accident to make liquid do this. Okay, so yesterday, in yesterday's meeting, I spilled coffee all over my clothes. So how I'm going to deal with this situation, I'm not going to tell you now, and I'm not going to tell you what I did exactly, because I will ask you these questions at the end of this lesson. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Stain. What's a stain? Stain, do you remember when I told you to spill coffee all over something? So yesterday, I spilled coffee all over my clothes. So unfortunately, when I wash my clothes, but I still have like some stains in my clothes, so it needs to be washed again. So stain, to leave a mark that it's difficult to remove on something, to be marked in this way. Like, for example, if you're drinking like a tomato or any kind of sauce while you're eating, like ketchup and mayonnaise and this kind of things, unfortunately, like one piece of the pizza like spilled over you, so the ketchup or the tomato sauce like leaves some stain in your clothes. So this is called stains. Concentrate. Well, I would like you to concentrate with me or to focus with me. It means to give me all your attention. Like when someone is older than you speaking, so I'm telling you, please focus with him or focus with her. It means to give him or her all your attention. So to concentrate on something, it means to give all your attention to something and not think about anything else. Just pay attention to me, okay? So let's continue together. Awkward. Awkward, it means making you feel embarrassed. Embarrassed, it means you're in a situation and suddenly, like your face, like something happened to you, and suddenly your head becomes red, your cheeks becomes red because something happened to you, something embarrassing, and made all people around you laugh at you. This is called awkward or embarrassed, like an embarrassing situation. Tell me an embarrassing situation. Okay, it's funny thing. Let me tell you something happened with me. One day I was I felt boring, so I decided to go to the park to relax by myself. I didn't want anyone with me. So I went to the park, I was walking around the park, and suddenly I felt like tired, so I sat down. By time, like I heard a very like lovely woman is calling like, who wants ice cream for free, ice cream for free, ice cream for free. So I thought to myself like, shall I go to take an ice cream for free or not to go? I don't know, but after some time she kept calling, who wants ice cream for free, ice cream for free. So I said to myself like, why not go and take an ice cream? Okay, it's very nice. So I went to take an ice cream. Unfortunately, this woman was a mother of some kids like around her, so she made this in order to let her kids come to her and eat the ice cream. So when I went and I said like, I need an ice cream, she told me, sorry, I'm a mother and I'm just calling my kids who wants ice cream for free to my kids, not to everybody in the park. So I was really embarrassed. So this is like what we call it, awkward. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous. It means to be silly. Embarrassed. Again, this word repeated again. Embarrassed, it means like a person or their behavior shy, uncomfortable, or ashamed, especially in social situations, like when something happened to you, makes people laugh at you and your cheeks becomes red. Nightmare. Nightmare, it's something horrible you see while you're sleeping. You know, some people when they go to sleep, they have dreams. You see dreams while you're sleeping. But some people, it's like while you're sleeping, they saw something horrible, terrifying. So this is called nightmare. You feel like you're dying. You want to wake up, but you can't at the same time. So this is what we call it, nightmare. It's a dream that it's very frightening or unpleasant. Once you wake up from a nightmare, you feel like you're not good, or you have like a very bad feeling about yourself. and you don't know what to do, to whether to continue sleeping again or just wake up and start your day. It's horrible thing, but I hope you don't have a lot of nightmares and you have good dreams. Let's continue. Laugh, ha 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 ha. This is called laugh, to make the sound movement of your face that show you think something is funny, or maybe some people like laugh when things are very easy, you know, like when some people mock others people, like don't mock at me. Like when I say ha 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 ha, this is I'm not laughing because it's funny thing. I'm laughing because you said very silly things. So should I laugh or what should I do? I don't know. What you said, your joke was very easy, but ha ha ha. This is what we call it laugh. Okay, it could be for funny things or even silly things. Okay, let's continue. Ignore. So ignore something, it means not to pay attention to the thing. Like for example, you're telling me, my son is telling me, my classmate at school is trying to annoy me, to irritate me. He always like makes a joke at me and laugh at me, and I don't sit beside him and I want to complain to the teacher. But I told my son, okay, try to ignore him, ignore his comments, do not pay attention to what he's saying. Okay, this is ignore something. Avoid, it means to prevent something bad from happening. It's kind of also ignoring, to avoid things like for example, I'm afraid of something to happen, so I avoid the thing. I don't like this man, so I avoid him. I'm not trying to talk to him because I don't like talking to him, because when I talk to him, for example, he's in a bad mood always and he say very bad words. So why go and talk to him? So I try to avoid him or ignore him. Let's continue. Okay. So now let's see like different words and different situations that might happen to some people, and let's see how they are confident about themselves. So different words used in different situation. Let's see situation number one together. You are given a presentation, for example, in your English class, and you're requested, like your teacher asked you to make a presentation in your English class. You want to make it good and you want to make a good impression to everybody around you. Unfortunately, before you start your presentation, you spill some coffee all over your shirt, or spill some juice all over your clothes. So now your clothes has some stains. Unfortunately, you cannot make the presentation well. So what will you do in this situation? Before you look at the choices that you have, I would like you to think for a few seconds and tell me how confident you are about yourself. Like, are you going to continue the presentation, or are you going to stop the presentation, or give an excuses, or what exactly are you going to do in this situation? Well, if you ask me this question, I'm going to say like it depends on the situation. However, I trust myself, I have a self-confidence, but in some situation, it's not allowed to do it. But let me tell you something. For example, if I'm going to an interview and this happens to me, like I believe I will continue going to the interview and I tell the interviewer that what happened was an accident. So either I have two options: to complete the interview, or to postpone it, or reschedule the interview to another day. But can you imagine, like, if I didn't go to the interview itself, so I will be rejected from the first time, from the first place, because I'm not respecting my time. Like, I'm not punctual. I didn't respect what I said, and I didn't go to the interview which I agreed for. So I believe this is like even the worst thing that you will ever have in yourself, in your life, to not getting what you have, not getting what you want or what you worked for or arranged to do. Okay, so what about if I'm going to classroom with my students? Because my students are younger than me, so I believe it's going to be normal to go to make the presentation and tell them, like, and make it like kind of jokes, like, you know, today while I was drinking my coffee, unfortunately I spilled it all over my clothes. I didn't have time to chill my clothes, so I decided to come to school and work and meet you because I love you so much. So I didn't want to miss any class, so I decided to come. So I will make it like funny and just go and start my work normally. If I'm meeting my family, or even like I'm going out, I believe like I don't care about what people look at me, and I continue on this. So you tell me, how are you going to act in this situation? Let's see another situation together. Your parents, friends have come to a visit, like one of your parents' friends come to visit. So together with each their teenager son or daughter who you quite like, okay? Your father decided to show your last picture in the last family holiday while you were kids, for example. Like, do you understand the situation? Like, one of your parents' friends come to visit, and this like friend come with their son or daughter, which you like very much. But unfortunately, like your father decided to show him your picture while you were a kid in the summer holiday or vacation when you went to the beach or something like that. Like, how are you going to act in this situation? Well, the answer is easy. And if you ask me this, I'm talking about myself. I believe in this situation, like, I could make it funny also and look at myself like when I was younger, and I say like, wow, really? Is this how I looked like? It's really interesting. I wish these days would come back one more time. I wish to be younger again and just go to the beach. I don't have any responsibilities. Just like take my swimsuit and play and have fun and eat with my parents when my mom made me some sandwiches. Of course, right now, nobody make me sandwiches. So I believe I have a lot of responsibilities nowadays. So it's better to be younger again. What do you think about yourself? Are you going to feel like embarrassed and you don't want anyone to see your pictures, or you're going to make it like funny and have fun together? I don't know. Just take a few seconds and tell me your answer. But also, we have another situation. A group of students from England is visiting your school and you have been asked to show them around. This means you will have to speak English, okay? So because these students, they just arrived from England or from America, whatever, and you have to show them the school. So you have to speak English all the time. Then you hear that a local TV station wants to film the event. How are you going to feel about yourself? How confident are you in this situation to speak English with a native speaker, and also they are going to take pictures and make video about you? So maybe everybody's going to watch this video later. So how confident are you about yourself? Are you going to agree or to disagree? Tell me. Well, if you ask me this question, I believe I'm going to say yes. Even I made some mistakes while I'm talking in English, as it's not my native language. I believe like nothing to be worried about, because this happens with everybody, and even native speakers made a lot of mistakes. And some people like singers and actresses, like while they're making a performance, they have a lot of mistakes in their speech, and they don't focus and pay much attention to the grammar and the meaning, and they speak like a very slang language between them. So I believe I would say yes, and it's a good chance for me to practice English language. So let's work together. Circle the correct word, listen and check. All my friends were very space when they heard about my accident. That helped me a lot. So that's an activity for you. I would like you to do it. Exercise B in the book. Circle the correct word, listen and check your answer. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 choices question. It's about words. It's about personality and how to describe people around us. So I would like you to read the question and choose the correct answer. Don't forget to make sure that you have answered correct. At the end, there is a listening about these exercises. So at the end, you listen and check your answer, whether you answer right or you have to correct your answers. Okay, so I'm going to give you just 1 minute to finish this exercise, and I will be here waiting for you. Take care of yourself and see you very soon. Bye. Welcome back again, my dear students. Well, after we have finished speaking about personality, now it's time to write. And of course, after speaking about personality and learn the personality adjectives and words, we're going to talk today or write today the description. So let's see the description key together and watch this video together. So I would like you to scan the QR code in front of you right now and watch how to write a description about somebody, because at the end I'm going to give you a task to do to describe one of your friends that you have been friends for a very long time and write the description about it. So scan the QR code and I will be here waiting for you. Take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye. Welcome back again, my dear students. Well, how was the video? Did you see how they are describing each other? Okay, here is some examples of descriptive paragraph. I'm 40 years old, rather tall, and I have blue eyes and short black hair. I wear casual clothes as I teach students and relaxed. So at the end, I would like you to read this example, how to write a descriptive paragraph. And after that, I would like you to write your own paragraph and read also the paragraphs that you have in the book, okay, in the writing part, because right now we are going to write me a paragraph about someone you like very much, and you're going to write the description of this person and how does he or she look like, what's he or she look like. It means to describe also like their not only appearance but also personality, like whether they're shy, they're rude, they're active, they're clever, whatsoever. So write a short description of someone who is generous. Generous, it means like someone who gives a lot of money, like someone who doesn't care about money. Whenever you ask him for money, he just give you. Imaginative, like person who imagine a lot of things happen. So give examples of their behavior to illustrate, okay? So that's your homework, that's your task to do, to finish, and I'm going to check it later. Surprise, surprise, my dear students, we have reached the end of our lesson for today, and let's see our closure and what did we learn for this today's lesson. Today we spoke about personality and we studied together the personality adjectives and also how to write a description for a person, and we studied new vocabulary like, for example, presentation and also focus or concentrate, okay? Before we say goodbye, I would like to give you the next lesson vocab so that you have a chance to prepare them to be ready when you meet me the next time. It makes it easy for us also to go through the lesson. Our next lesson vocab is going to be scruffy, plump, cheerful, sensible, slim, honest, proud, wavy, disappointed. All these words and more we will study next time in our grammar lesson. Now we've done our class for today and we finally done. As always, I'm going to say it, of course. Thank you so much, my dear students, for your great job today. You have done a great job. Keep it up and keep working. Soon, very soon, I'm sure you are going to speak English very well, very fluently. So take care of yourself, and I'm going to see you again next time in the grammar lesson. So goodbye for now and take care.
نتمنى من كل قلبنا الحصة تكون عجبتك، وبنقول لك ما تنساش تحل الكويز اللي في المصادر، وكمان تقيم الحصة تحت في التعليقات. منتظرينك في اللايف في حفظ الله.